Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a boy named Sam. Sam was 10 years old. He was curious and loved adventures. Every day after school, he explored the fields and forests near his home. One sunny afternoon, Sam decided to go to the big forest at the edge of the village. He packed a small backpack with some snacks, a bottle of water, and his favorite book. He was excited to see what he could find in the forest. As Sam entered the forest, he listened to the sounds around him. Birds were singing in the trees. A gentle breeze rustled the leaves. It felt peaceful. Sam walked along a narrow path, looking at the tall trees and colorful flowers. Suddenly, he saw something shiny on the ground. "What is that?" Sam wondered. He bent down to take a closer look. It was a small silver key. The key sparkled in the sunlight. Sam picked it up and turned it over in his hand. "I wonder what this key opens," he thought. His heart raced with excitement. Sam decided to look for a door or a treasure chest that might fit the key. He continued walking deeper into the forest. After a while, he came across an old wooden door standing alone among the trees. The door looked very old and covered in vines. Sam's eyes widened with surprise. Could this be it? He asked himself. He rushed to the door and held up the silver key. It fit perfectly into the lock. With a turn of the key, the door creaked open. Sam stepped inside and found himself in a magical garden. The garden was full of bright flowers, tall sunflowers, and butterflies dancing in the air. In the center of the garden stood a beautiful fountain with sparkling water. "Wow, this is amazing!" Sam exclaimed. He walked around, taking in all the colors and sounds of the garden. Everything felt magical and alive. As he explored, Sam noticed something moving near the fountain. It was a small rabbit with soft white fur and big ears. The rabbit looked at Sam with curious eyes. "Hello, little rabbit," Sam said softly. The rabbit twitched its nose and hopped closer to him. Sam reached out his hand gently. "Do you want to be my friend?" he asked. To his surprise, the rabbit nuzzled his hand. Sam laughed with joy. He decided to name the rabbit Snowy because of its white fur. Sam spent time playing with Snowy in the magical garden. They chased butterflies together and ran around the fountain. Time flew by as they laughed and played. After some time, Sam noticed that the sun was starting to set behind the trees. He knew he had to go home soon. But he didn't want to leave Snowy behind. "Can you come with me?" Sam asked hopefully. Suddenly, Snowy looked at him with big eyes and nodded. Sam's heart filled with happiness as Snowy hopped beside him toward the door. They walked back through the old wooden door together, and as they stepped outside, something wonderful happened. Snowy began to glow softly like a little star. "What's happening?" Sam gasped in amazement. Snowy smiled at him and said, "I am not just any rabbit, I am a magical rabbit. You have set me free from this garden." Sam couldn't believe his ears. "A talking rabbit, this was incredible. Thank you for freeing me," Snowy continued. "Now I can be your friend forever." Sam jumped up and down with joy. "This is amazing. We can have so many adventures together." As they walked back through the forest toward home, Snowy told Sam about all kinds of adventures they could have together, flying through clouds, exploring hidden caves, and meeting other magical creatures. When they reached Sam's village, it was dark outside. The stars twinkled brightly in the sky. Sam felt happy but also tired from his adventure. "Good night, Snowy," he said as they reached his house. "Good night, Sam," Snowy replied with a smile. "Tomorrow will be another adventure." Sam went inside his house and climbed into bed. He couldn't stop thinking about his magical day and his new friend Snowy. The next morning, when he woke up, he rushed to look outside. To his surprise, Snowy was waiting for him by his window. "Let's go on an adventure," Snowy said excitedly. Sam quickly got dressed and ran outside to join his friend. They spent that day exploring fields, climbing trees, and discovering new places together. Every day after school became an adventure for Sam and Snowy. They met new friends, other animals who lived in their village, and shared stories about their magical garden. As time passed, their friendship grew stronger than ever. They learned that adventures were not just about exploring new places, but also about sharing laughter and making memories together. And so, Sam and Snowy lived happily ever after, always ready for their next adventure in their wonderful world filled with magic and friendship.